One day, Amir al-Mu'mineen is sitting in the mosque. One of his companions by the name of Sahsa bin Suhan comes. And he says, Ya Ali, I have a question. The Imam said, what's that? He says, Ya Ali, who's greater, you or the prophets? So Amir al-Mu'mineen says, other than Rasulullah, putting him aside, I am greater than every single prophet sent on this earth. So we say these things, right? And it's being recorded and we've got references and we can provide references, no doubt about that. And I've read this hadith myself, so I can give you the scans and the hadith, page, number, reference, everything. But they say the Shias elevate Imam Ali so high, the Shias elevate him so high, they bring him, they think he was supposed to be a prophet and all this and all that. But Amir al-Mu'mineen, without a shadow of a doubt, after the Prophet, was the greatest man to walk this earth. The praises we have of Amir al-Mu'mineen is unbelievable. Yesterday we spoke about what? He stops an earthquake, he brings the sun back, he raises the dead, he changes the course of the universe. But when asked, Ya Ali, what is your greatest fadail? He says, I am one of the servants of Muhammad. That's my greatest fadail. But we speak, so inshallah today let's talk about this. So Sa'sa bin Suhan says, Ya Ali, who's better than you or Adam? Imam Ali says, I am better than Adam. I am greater than Adam. How? Proof. He says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Nabi Adam, Ya Adam, you can walk around my heaven as much as you want, but do not approach this tree. Do not eat the food from this tree. Nabi Adam didn't make a mistake. He didn't commit a sin, right? We believe that our imams and our prophets are ma'soom, right? They're infallible. They don't make mistakes. They don't commit sin. But tark-e awla is something that in definition means you choose the lesser good compared to that which is better. There's a glass of water here, there's a glass of Red Bull, for example, right? It's better for me to drink the glass of water, but it's not haram for me to drink the Red Bull. But if I choose to drink the energy drink as opposed to the water, what I've done is called tark-e awla. I've chosen the lesser than that which is better. It's not a sin. So Nabi Adam, Allah said, don't approach this tree. In the Quran, in Surah Baqarah, what does he do? He approaches the tree. What does he do? He eats from the tree. What did Adam do? He committed tark-e awla. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, I have never in my life, forget committing a sin or an error, Amir al-Mu'mineen has never even done tark-e awla. Therefore, when you put Adam here and you put me here, I am greater than Nabi Adam. Okay, Ya Ali, who's greater, you or Nabi Nuh? He was one of the great prophets of Allah. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, I am greater than you. Proof. He says, Nabi Nuh's people and his qawm oppressed him so much that Nabi Nuh made a dua. He said, Ya Allah, I want you to finish this nation. Bring azab on this nation. Finish them. I've had enough of them. So what did Allah do? He brought a flood and wiped out humanity. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, my nation oppressed me, probably even more than Nabi Nuh's nation oppressed him. But not once did I say, Ya Allah, destroy these people. Therefore, I am greater than Nabi Nuh. Ya Ali, Ibrahim alayhi salam, and you? Amir al-Mu'mineen said, me. What's your proof? He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, that one day Ibrahim said, Ya Allah, I agree that you can bring people back from the dead. But just for my itminani qalb, just for me to reach the satisfaction of my heart, can you show me how this is done? So in essence, what he was saying was, Ya Allah, there are veils between you and me. Remove at least one of those veils. Just so that I can see, how do you bring the dead to life? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Ya Ibrahim, go collect 4 birds, kill all 4 of them, cut them into pieces, mix them all together. Put them on 4 different mountains. Stand on one mountain yourself. Call them and watch how I create all 4 birds that have been cut into different pieces, mixed together, how I separate them, join them together, bring them back to life, and all 4 of them will fly back to you. Ibrahim believed that Allah could raise the dead, but he wanted to see it. He wanted a veil to be removed. Amir al-Mu'mineen said, what as we mentioned yesterday, Ya Allah, if you were to remove all the veils between me and you, my iman in you would neither increase nor decrease. Why? I am already at the peak of my iman. He needed itminani qalb. I don't need itminani qalb. Ya Ali, you and Musa. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, me. Why? You see, Musa alayhi salam once entered into the city and there were 2 people fighting, right? One was a follower of Musa, one was the follower of Fir'aun. The follower of Musa said, Ya Musa, Madad, help me. So Nabi Musa came and he punched him so hard, he killed him. Right? Every time I say this, all the kids start laughing because I say, you think about Mike Tyson and you think about Muhammad Ali and Tyson Fury and these boxers who have heavy blows. But Nabi Musa punched him once, he died. Talk about knockout blow. Gone. But now when this person died, Nabi Musa became fearful for his own life. He said, Ya Allah, if Fir'aun finds out I have killed one of his followers, he's going to kill me. So what does Nabi Musa do? He runs away from the city. Then later on, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals a verse in the Quran in Surah Taha. He says, Ya Musa, I know you killed one of the followers of Fir'aun, but now I want you to go back into the city, speak to Fir'aun, tell him you're a Nabi, and explain the religion to him. Musa says, Ya Allah, I got no problem going. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Oh Allah, I am fearful of this task. I need some help. I need some aid. Can you aid me? How? With my brother Harun. Can you unknot the knot that's in my tongue? Can you expand my breast for me? Can you aid me with my brother Harun? Ya Allah, I don't want to go and face Fir'aun on my own. Why? Because I fear. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, one day Rasulullah said, Ya Ali, here are some verses of the Quran. I want you to take them to Makkah. What did the verses say? They said, all those who are non-Muslims, who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are no longer allowed to enter the city of Makkah. They are banned from Makkah. And until today, if you're not a Muslim, you cannot enter Makkah. Why? Because the Prophet banned it. How? Through Amir al-Mu'mineen. But a question, Ya Ali, the Imam says, I have killed almost every family member of every kuffar of Makkah. Musa, you killed one man. Imam Ali says, there isn't a single man in Makkah today whose dad, brother, cousin, uncle, nephew, relative I haven't killed. But despite that, Amir al-Mu'mineen says, I marched into the city of Makkah. I went on top of the Khana-e-Kaaba and I said, oh people of Makkah, from this day forward, you are no longer allowed to enter this city. Get out. I banished them from the city. Therefore, Musa got scared from killing one man. I annihilated generations. But I still came with no fear. Finally, Ya Ali, what about you and Nabi Isa? He's one of the great messengers of Allah. He was given a book. Great man. Imam Ali says, of course me. What's your proof, Ya Ali? He says, when Mary, Maryam, the mother of Jesus, came to the Holy Land to give birth to Jesus, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? He said, oh Maryam, this is a holy place. This is not the place to give birth. Leave. And then Amir al-Mu'mineen says, when my mother Fatima bint Asad approached the Khana-e-Kaaba in Makkah, not only did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell her not to leave, but in fact Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya Fatima, come, I will give you sanctuary. How? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cracked open the walls of the Kaaba and He allowed the mother of Amir al-Mu'mineen to enter. Why? So that Amir al-Mu'mineen could come into this world in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for those that don't understand English, and for the older generation that are present, I can understand sometimes English lectures can get boring and there are things that you don't understand. So just for you guys today, Hayrat mein Fatima hai, andar kidhar se jaye? Hayrat mein Fatima hai, andar kidhar se jaye? Boli diware Kaaba, bibi idhar se aaye. Boli diware Kaaba, bibi idhar se aaye. Ghairon ke to waaste hain, aaye to dar se aaye. Ghairon ke to waaste hain, aaye to dar se aaye. Lekin jo ahle bayt hain, chahe jidhar se aaye. So Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Tahsa bin Suhan, other than Rasulullah, I am greater than all the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.